We're just talking about Jim Harbaugh, and I don't know that anybody. I know you've spent some time with Harbaugh. I don't know how well anybody knows Jim Harbaugh. Do you believe he's committed to the college game? I mean, year after year, these NFL jobs are going to have his name attached to them.
I know that last year, like if Minnesota would have materialized, he was going to take it. And a lot of times what happens with coaches is like they flirt. And then when it doesn't happen, they recommit themselves to their location, or level. That happened, by the way, just offhand real quick. That happened with Mike Gundy a few years ago. Remember all the times he was linked to the Tennessee job?
Yep.
And he was always wanting the Tennessee job. And then he finally was like, what am I doing? I've got a good thing going here. I fit here. He grew the mullet and became, and he's been very successful because of it. It's my belief that Jim had that type of moment being in college and at Michigan after the Minnesota flirtation a year ago. I think he really enjoys coaching college. I think that he's finally doing it on his terms. He's not running an offense or a defense that he thinks he needs to run, but he's built the team in his image and his family's image. It's his brother's defensive structure. He borrows coaches from his brother. They send him back and forth, and then offensively, this is exactly what he wants to do offensively. We all know that. It's the way that he's been successful across all levels. I would be surprised if he jumped to the NFL. I think he really appreciates and enjoys what he's doing at the college level. There's a major caveat to this answer, and that is I think every single coach, so this is not Harbaugh specific, but I think every single coach in the college game is growing sick and tired of not transfers and NIL, but the mashed up calendar in which they have to deal with all of it at the same time. And I think that's the calendar in college football is going to be one of the biggest hindrances to keeping talented coaches. I think that there are going to be other coaches, not just Jim Harbaugh, that are going to be made overtures from the NFL. I think Lincoln's going to get overtures. I think Ryan Day is going to get overtures. And what these guys are going to start looking at is their quality of life. When you've got to deal with what is going on in the month of December, it makes no sense. We need to fix the calendar if we want to retain some of our quality coaches at this level.
Yeah, and for those that don't pay attention, the NFL, they have a month where there's a combine, a month where there's mini camps, right. There's a month there's
everything's
a draft.
Spread out.
Yeah, it's there's no overlapping of the portal, coaching changes. You're still playing bowl games and playoff games, and you've got to do your biggest signing day all at the same time. It was a mess last week for all these college coaches.
Well, and by the way, it's a mess for the players as well. See, I firmly believe that we need to make the high school signing day totally separate from the transfer portal. And the reason is because I want there to be a more defined number of seats available in the transfer portal so that guys can make more informed decisions rather than jumping in thinking there's going to be a spot and then being left out in a game of what do they call it? The chairs,
musical chairs. Yeah.
There you go. So like it would be better for the players. It would be better for the coaches. And unfortunately in our sport, we've been too consumed trying to fix the postseason for far too long that we haven't addressed some of these real structural issues that could help the sport in a major way.
Yeah.